All right. We are live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to tonight's live show. We're talking all things Nike SB, skate shop, skating, everything, man. Everything. We're going to be chatting with David Bluetile, owner of Bluetile Skate Shop in Columbia, South Carolina, man. I'm excited. This is fun, a little bit different. I've been watching him for a while now on YouTube, and I mean, this is the guy to talk to. If you want to know about skate shops or anything Nike SB related, this is the man to talk to on YouTube. So I'm super excited. We're going to bring him in about 7 minutes. We'll let till people file into the restaurant. Come on in. We're open. Take a seat. Sit down. The show's about to begin soon. Well, what's up, chat? What's up? Yo, just bought the powers today. Nice. Perfect timing. I even brought mine. I don't know what that... Everything's on the table, man. Yo, what's the early link? Need the early link? Pull the trigger on a pair of powers today just to heat. Yeah, woof. Powers are nice. Let's see those Gundams. I mean, that's mine. I bought my gosh, the mummies. I mean, my Turdunkins. Like, I brought them all out. We're gonna learn everything tonight, man. We're gonna go over everything, see the ins and outs of a skate shop. How's it operated? You know, how did it all begin? How did it all begin for him? You know, that's what I want to talk about tonight. And I'm curious. I'm curious to hear the story. And maybe we can get some more info about stuff and learn how things operate. It's pretty cool. It's a little bit different, you know, different than normally what I usually do, but I think I'm interested in it. I think you guys would be too. So we're gonna bring him in a little bit. We want Panda GRs. Yeah, just give us pandas. That's not pandas. That's they already got posted. Saw SB's had to pop in for a sec. What up, Ross? What up, Kevin, man? Hopefully everything's all good with you, my friend. Ross got to do Orchard Skate Shop too. Yeah, we'll see. Barbershops next. Yeah. You seen the Frells coming out? Yeah, we will. We will talk about all that tomorrow. We will be live tomorrow morning, 8:30. We will be live tomorrow morning, 8:30. We're gonna be going for those Yeezys and New Balances. So we'll have that tomorrow morning. Kenson, thank you for the 2. Foot Locker canceled my geodes. Why? Why'd they cancel you? Why are you getting canceled? What, they were oversold? That's some BS, bro. You're gonna be live for the Yeezys? Of course. Yeah, of course. This is just a little bit extra. I like to separate it. We got the live cop and we got the Roszko show. Roszko show is when we have guests on. What's the New Balance? The Yurts. I think it's the Yurts tomorrow. What's the dropping today? Trying to cop something from Supreme. Just woke up. Cop the Kraft mac and cheese. Is it the Panda Dunks tomorrow? They already got posted. Dakota. I thought pandas got posted. I thought pandas are pushed to they're already uploaded. Pandas are on sneakers. I don't know. Are they dropping tomorrow still? I thought they got posted to sneakers. Yeah, oversold, availability issues. Jeez. That sucks. So if you guys don't know, yeah, so he's the let's get this operated so you guys know. Hold on. Share screen. Oops. Yeah, so he's the owner operator of Bluetile Skate Shops in South Carolina. So if you guys don't know, we'll put the Instagram in his page. So they operate from there. They sell everything. Nike SBs, Converse. He just did a launch for the Polaroids. And I mean, I'm curious to see how he comes up with these events. Dunk Showdown. Friday. We're not going to want to miss our 13th annual Dunk Showdown. It's going to be the best one yet. We're aiming to 0 pyrotechnic accidents this year. Sorry for the last time, Charles. Comment below if you think you can dunk on. Event starts at 11. So they have fun events, man. So I guess this is how you win the shoes and everything. Cool. Special moment of silence. Last year's participants, we lost in the Shark Tank. So yeah, they have like a fun little thing, man. So I wish I had a local skate shop. I know, right? But check them out, man. Check them out. Follow them on Instagram. And they just do the passport dunks, everything. So it's really cool. We're gonna get them on in a little bit. Pandas dunk tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not sure. There's no panda dunks on sneakers. Yeah, there is. Yes, there is. You want to make a bet? I just saw it before I came on. Unless I'm seeing things. The next nature. I think that's what people were talking about. May 5th. Yeah. May 5th. So I think that's what people were talking about. It got loaded up. So is Championship Purples. That all got loaded up. Addison Bajork, thank you for becoming a GM, man. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I guess that's for the good luck. Is that for the good luck? Hey, Ross, I missed your stream this morning. Did you cop the mac and cheese? Of course. Of course. Yeah. Let me know if you have any issues. All right, sent. It's lagging? What happened? Are we good now? Better? Good? That was weird. What happened? That was weird. It seemed like a little glitch with YouTube. It's good. Ross got tagged for the max. I did. It's good. Okay. Lotion Boys lurking. I guess so. Is it? It looks kind of like crappy on my end. I don't know what happened. Lag spiked or something. Yeah. My boy was dropping frames. Yeah, I guess so. The heck? Ross, did you get the Supreme mac and cheese? Yeah, we did. Yep. Damn, I was about to reset my router. Yeah, that was weird. How many mac and cheese boxes did I get? I got 4. I canceled the first one. I bought the first one for $15. It was a glitch. This morning where no matter what, if you checked out 4 boxes, 8 boxes, it only checked out 1. So immediately I'm thinking I checked out like 4 or 5 and it was only 1 box and I got charged. So after that, it was a mess. I had to call. I just responded and canceled. And we ended up getting the 4. So I'm excited for this show tonight, man. I hope you guys are ready. We have a special guest, David Bluetile, joining us. And let's start the show. Let's get him in here. Joining us. How you doing?
What is up, humans? How's everybody doing?
What's up, man?
Dude, this is crazy. It's pretty crispy to be I've never done a YouTube live video before.
Never?
I don't think so.
No?
It's awesome.
I know, I've always seen you always do videos. I see you guys you do the reviews and everything. You've been doing it for a while.
Dude, I do as much as I can. I'm so busy. I've been I talk about focusing on it. I should focus on this more all the time, but I don't know when to find the time to do it.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you taking the time, man. I know, I'm sure, like you said, you're a busy man, so I appreciate you coming on for at least talking about this stuff with me and with everybody tonight.
This is awesome. I love this kind of connection. It's crazy. The world is crazy. This community is crazy. It's pretty awesome.
And I'm sure you've seen the community grow substantially over the past year or so with this type of SBs and everything.
Dude, I think there's a lot of factors to it. I don't know if I don't know. I think there's a lot of factors to it for sure. But they keep dropping heat. And people think they know heat, but like they haven't, like I watched this video the other day that was like all the dunks releasing in 2022, and he just scratches the surface.
Really?
Dude,
What?
it's crazy. You
Really?
can probably search it. It's like a tier list or a drop list for 2022.
Yeah.
I can't remember who posted it, but scratches the surface.
Yeah, because I was talking on my chat like earlier, like last month. I was like, bro, I'm like, it's so quiet. Like, I don't know any, like, there's no, I don't hear any rumors, no nothing. Like, I mean, are they that far behind,
You're
or
pretty far
is it?
behind. You know, so like everyone was expecting the fruity pack to drop for 420.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be more like July, I think. I mean, I said that in my video the other day. I try to be as open as I can be, but I'm also like under a microscope, so I can only be as,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know,
let's
that's
dial
crazy.
back a little bit. I just want to
Yeah.
like, how did you come about everything? Like, how did this all start for like owning a skate shop, and like how long you been in the game?
God, I mean, the shop will be 21 years old in September.
Wow.
So we opened or established in 2001, and it took me maybe about 8 months to open the store after establishing on paper. You know, it was a lot harder than I thought. But honestly, man, I did it crazy. I opened in a crazy way. Um, this is not the beginning at all, but I've been skating my whole life, and I'm like, dude, I'm not doing anything with skateboarding. I'm like working like, I mean, I use my knowledge from what I was doing. Like I was working in screen printing and embroidery, but I do that now as well. We print all our own shirts, and I sew all the labels on our hats and everything, you know. So we do all that
Right.
stuff in house. Um, so that's what I was doing before the shop, but I was just kind of not burned on it because I kind of love that kind of stuff too. But I just wanted to do something with skateboarding. And my girlfriend at the time, she was going to school for like print journalism, and I was like, "Yo, we should start a magazine that's like focuses on the like art and music and all the things around skateboarding, but that it involves skate." She's like, "That's too niche." Well, now we got all those magazines exist, like fucking, you know, Monster Children is that,
Yeah.
you know. So it's like,
Yeah.
so I was like maybe ahead of my time on that, but we were living in Salt Lake City at the time, and I was just like, I need to move home and open a shop where I knew that I was really tight with the community.
Hmm.
Actually, my friend Tom, he may not even, this was so damn long ago, he may not even remember me, but he opened a shop called Backside in Utah. I was like, if he can do it, like I could do it, right? So,
Yeah.
and the last time I went there, that shop was huge. Like I don't know if they're around anymore. I still think Milo in Utah is like the place to go, but Backside got really huge. Anyway, so I just moved home to do it. It was crazy.
Wow.
I didn't do it like most people. Like I tried to get loans and couldn't because I didn't make a lot of money. I still don't. But I saved up 3 grand and got 2 credit cards, $1,500 each, and I opened with $3,000. You know, it was like the,
Yeah. So you just had that dream and that motivation
yeah,
to
and
do it.
I've been skating in the community for so long. If you were a real skateboarder in town, like I just immediately had your support. You know, it wasn't like a oh no, I've got to work to get to know everyone, or I've got to work to build this community. It was like I knew the kids I was going to sponsor. I knew like everything. We were already working on a video before I
Yeah.
opened the shop, you know. So it was like
Like,
so
so just
yeah,
you started off with like just, hey, I'm just gonna open the shop and then just call it Bluetile. Just like call it off the name and
yeah. Bluetile started like I tried to come up with something, a memory that just reminded me of being a kid, you know, because like you need that nostalgia for skateboarding and that
mhm.
love of skateboarding. So I was like, what's a memory I have from a kid, like being a kid? I thought about No Comply. That was one of my ideas for a name, which is a shop, a very successful shop, awesome shop. And because that's my favorite skateboard trick is a No Comply, or one
Yeah.
of them, I guess. And then I just remembered this time Like I remember when the search for Animal Chin was coming out. Everyone, this is your homework. You gotta go watch the Powell search for Animal Chin, the Bones Brigade, Tony Hawk and Lance Mountain and all the legends. They were in this video called The Search for Animal Chin, and when it was coming out, I was so hyped. I would skate to the video store every day and just be like, is it here? Is it here? And so I was like, that's a memory I really focused on because it was like one of my strongest, earliest skateboarding memories. Like, I mean, I've been skating before then, but that was like, oh, like they're making movies of skateboarding now, you know? So like, and I've already seen the other Bones Brigade movies. So I finally got it. And it was just this, you know, just this big, back then you didn't even get skate videos from skate shops. This was like Video Expressions or some small, like locally owned video store. And I just got The Search for Animal Chin and I was like exploding. I was calling all my friends, like, let's watch this VHS tape in my living room at my mom's house, you know? And so in that video, they go to see this dude, Johnny Rad, play at the Bluetile Lounge. So I was like, well, I could call it Bluetile. That'd be kind of sick. And then like 1977, there was a movie called Skateboard the Movie. And Tony Alva's name in that movie was Tony Bluetile. So I was just like, oh yeah, that could work. So that's where the name comes from. It's just like, I just wanted something memorable, something that reminded me of being a kid.
Yeah. So like, how does that even go about? Like, how do you even start a skate shop?
Dude,
Like, you just like you just reach out to like other companies and try to sell their boards, or like how does that even come about? Like, because like I'm curious if any of like these kids in the chat or any younger that maybe want to take that avenue, like how do you even?
it's a hard thing. It's a definite labor of love. I had somebody in the shop today that runs an art gallery, and you know, and they're very much struggling, but they love it. You know, and skateboarding is kind of the same. I think owning a record store might be very similar. You know, I've got some homies that own record stores. So when I started, my friend Ian owned a shop called Ruin in Atlanta. And that's what I did. I reached out to other shops and I just said, hey, like, how do I do this? Like, will you give me some advice? And skateboarders are to other skateboarders very open usually, you know. So I was pretty hyped on, I got a lot of guidance from skateboarder owned shops, and that was really refreshing. It just was really helpful, you know.
Yeah.
But that's not the hard part. Finding out where, back then also you could just look at the back of a Transworld or Thrasher magazine and go, oh, here's this distribution, and call the distribution, you know.
Okay.
But you know, you have minimums, and like when you have $3,000, one order can cost $3,000, you know?
Jeez.
So I was just like, when I opened, I had maybe 30 boards. I think I had 36 boards, 30 t-shirts, and a few trucks and wheels. And that's it. And
wow.
And every month, American Express would be like, oh, you've maxed out your limit. Here's a little more.
Yeah.
Here's a little more. And I would just be like, ching, ching, ching. And honestly, dude, I just passed 20 years last September.
Congrats.
Last year was the first year ever that I operated in the black. It took me 20 years to pay off that credit card debt.
Wow.
So that is a cautionary tale, you know, like it is fucking amazing. I love owning a skate shop. Dude, the people I work with just at the shop, super creative. Everybody's in bands or painting or photography, or it's just the coolest. Damn, Kari's making rap videos and shit, like legit, not like low budget, whatever. He's working on huge projects and stuff, like getting 20 grand to make a fucking he's doing a treatment today where he's like specking out a video and they're giving somebody a break. It's like $7,000 to make a video. I'm like, geez, that's crazy. And he's just taking our photos, you know, he just does it for the love, you know. It's like,
yeah.
So it's cool working with that creative community. I don't know, man. It's just, I love every minute of it, but it hasn't been easy. I mean, I'm like white, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of skate shops have come and gone. It's hard.
Dude,
It's hard
for
to
a long
survive.
time, for the first several years, every year a new shop would open, and it's just like somebody's mom, like, my little kid skates, and I think like if we open a shop, we'd get deals on all this stuff, and then we could have a business for little Bobby to run, you know. But it's like it never lasts, and they realize like, oh shit, you're only making $10 off a skateboard. That's not really worth it to start a business to save $10, you know, like.
Yeah.
So it would be like every year there's a skate shop for a year, and then it would go away. And so it's definitely a hard storm to weather, but
Yeah.
if you love skateboarding, then that's
Now,
it. Man.
I see you said you started off with like what, a couple brands. Now you guys carry everything, right? Everything.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely fluctuate with brands. You can't carry everything.
Okay.
When I first opened, Nike SB was just starting, you know. So
Really?
like when I first opened, they were like, oh, you got to be an account for a year before you got to be a store for a year before we'll open you up. So I think it was 2003 when we got our account with
I was
Nike.
gonna say, because I was like, how do you even get a Nike SB account? Because I know there's skate shops even around my area that don't even have it.
They're not really opening accounts anymore. It's definitely pretty hard to get an SB account. If you're the right account, they'll do it, but they're not just opening anybody. It's definitely like connected accounts, I feel
Yeah.
like. I could be wrong, but
You're
that's
pretty well
just
connected.
visually
They
what
know
I
you
see.
over there.
What's that?
They know you well over there and everything.
Yeah, I've definitely stepped on some toes and started some fires, and also made some great friends. You know, it's like working with Nike can be super hard, but also super rewarding and fun, super inspiring. But also like, dude, there's such a big machine to navigate with, so it can be changing.
I saw one of your videos. You said they're pretty strict, right? They're like
They
strict
can
on
be pretty.
everything, like on the
Yeah,
releases and stuff.
I mean, like release days, like, you know, like, man, I have a dunk releasing soon right in front of me, and I'm kind of on the fence about show. I don't think, like, people have already seen it. They've already seen it, but I have embargo dates that I'm not supposed to show it for until it's 7 days before. You know,
Oh,
so it's like,
okay.
so, you know, like for instance, I did a video the other day, and I was just talking about the Fruity Pack release like, I could have pulled pictures to show people, and that's what my brain was originally like, oh yeah, I'll just pull pictures. And I was like, oh wait, I don't know when the release date is for those, and I can't show them before 7 days, you know, like a week.
Yeah.
So it's easier for the dudes like Andy at, you know, Nike SB or Nothing, or Sam at Nike SB Features, or all those dudes, because they're just taking leaks and they can run with it whenever the hell they want to. But I
Yeah.
have to fill a schedule, you know.
Well, you get an inventory list, right? Like you get like a list that they check off, and like how does that all work? Like you place your order, do they tell you how many you get? Or is it like do
Not
you
with
even get
Quick Strikes. With Quick
no?
Strikes, is all allocated product. You don't know
Oh,
until
okay. It just shows up.
it shows up. Yeah, sometimes you'll know a few days before it shows up, but a lot of times they are next day airing that stuff. You know, like,
Okay.
not always, but it depends on the story. You'll get it like, I have no shipment details, and this box of shoes sitting here, and then the shipment details come through. You know, so. But as far as everything else, like GRs, all that stuff, I've already ordered through the end of 2022. We're probably about to see 2023 spring.
Yeah.
So it's pretty far ahead.
Well, besides like Nike SB, what's some other big sellers in the shop that people
Um,
are kind of sleeping on? And I know I come in this like sneakerhead domain, but what's some other popular stuff that moves?
I just met with Vans today. Vans is still crushing it. The half cab, you know,
Yeah.
like, I've talked to them. I mean, this is kind of just funny, just like, you guys could take the half cab and make it the dunk. Like, if you just pulled it out of every store except skate shops and did special stories with it, the half cab could be your dunk. They're
Yeah.
not wanting to hear that, because that's Nike's game, you know, like playing the
Yeah.
limited edition stuff. But I did just meet with Vans today. My rep was in the shop, but we've already booked. You know, like I said, holiday 2022 is already done. There's some sick stuff coming out from Vans too. Adidas is killing it. I know it's like a silent killer. It's like under the radar, but
they just had the Blondie, right? They just had his drop.
The Blondies. There's an 11.5 left. I think we got like 4 pairs left, and one of them's 11.5, and I'm like, that one might be mine. I've got the jacket. Oh my god, this jacket! People slept on it. Check this shit out. Look at this.
Is it reflective? 3M?
So reflective. Like, I had to take it off in my last video because I'm like, oh shit! It like changed the aperture of the camera. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna take this thing off. So, but yeah, people slept on that jacket. I'm like, mine. I mean, I still, if it's new and it just hit the shop, if it makes it past release day, and I buy it, I'm gonna pay full price for it. So the money goes to the shop, and it's not like I'm undercutting somebody else who might have gotten it. You know? Yeah. Like, well, you slept on it, and I paid full price for it. So there you go. You know, so.
Now, do you have control of the releases as far as like how you like? I know, well, you said you got to do everything in store, but I saw the Polaroids. You kind of did like a fun little promo for it, right?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I'm worried about how that stuff goes too. But we, you know, the original plan for that is we're working on a photo book, or actually, I should rephrase that. One of our team writers, and he's a photographer, is working on a photo book. And we were hoping that we'd be able to print that book in time to release with the Polaroid release. Just not because it is the same thing, but it's just like, oh, it's, you know, photography inspired. So like, I thought we would do it, but we weren't able to. So I think like the printing process wasn't able to be done in time. So we're actually having that show May 20th, right? Yeah, May 20th. And that's going to be really cool too, but it just won't be around the shoe release, you know, like the photography show. But, so I just thought, dude, it's such the Polaroid thing, and like those kind of stories inspire me to go, you know what, let's reach out to our community and let's have an art show that, you know, and I went and bought a Polaroid camera, and we took a bunch of Polaroids of all the guests who brought their heat in or wore their heat to the event, you know, and we took Polaroids of their feet, and we're going to try to, we got some really great photos. So I think we're going to try to do something like either a book or a zine, or even if it's just like a photo montage Instagram post, you know, it's like, I hope it's bigger than just an Instagram post, but we haven't had time to sit down and look through it all and figure it out. But it's like, I want to do a little book that I can reach out to, because we wrote the name of each person on the back of the Polaroid, so we can reach out to them and ask their story, their name, and
that's
talk about our community in the book. I think it'd be sick. So I hope that happens. We're still hammering out the details. So in that respect, it's like what we wouldn't have thought of that idea if it weren't for the Polaroid dunks. But we are doing stuff like that all the time. You know, it's just like, oh, cool. Well, we can tie this into this whole community and just make it bigger than it would have been, or more fun, or more interactive, or, you know.
That's cool.
I don't know. That one and the Gundam one, you know, that one inspired.
What'd you do for the Gundams?
The Gundams I got in a lot of trouble for, because we made some shirts that were too Gundam-esque.
Those are, dude, I love them. I love them.
It was my favorite. I don't know if I'd wear the shoe, but it was my favorite story from last year. I've got like 100,000 models at this point.
Yeah,
really, probably 20.
How big's your collection?
What's that?
How big's your collection?
I mean, I didn't start. I bought the first 2 to build just for promo for the shoes. Like, oh, we'll take the promo shots with the models, but I had so much fun. I ended up like, well, they're on sale, I'm gonna buy a couple more, and then now I'm like 20 or 30, or I'd have to count. I don't even know. I got a stack of boxes about, I don't know, that tall, you know. And I got the Supreme one. My homie Val works at Supreme on Fairfax, so he hooked it up.
You do not want to do the Supreme Gundam.
No, oh, I know. It's all the same.
Dude, I did it for 19 hours. I streamed it live for 19 hours straight trying to build it. I was dying. I was struggling. I thought it would be fun. Like, you know, it's not like a challenge, like a world record, but man, it was a disaster.
It was all so red, all clear red.
Yeah.
I still want to do it.
It's tough. It's tough. I will tell you. Tough.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So now I have 2 Banshees and 2 Unicorns, thanks to this glorious community out there. You know, like I was on the app, like refreshing, getting them in the goddamn cart, and they're like, yes, I got them. And then it would crash every time.
Yeah.
So I didn't win any of the, from the release for the toys. I didn't get any of them. So it was kind of a bummer. But
I don't know if you want to answer this question, but someone have it in the chat. Rami puts with the 2. How does he feel about backdooring and employees get any?
I mean, I'm pretty strict about backdooring. Backdooring doesn't happen as much as everyone thinks because, dude, the numbers, the amounts of shoes that people are getting. I'll be right back.
Yep. There you go. Rami's been dying to ask. Rami's been dying to ask that question for a while now.
So this box will fit every pair that a shop gets for a release.
What?
So if your shop had a release at all, they couldn't have backdoored any because they only got a case full.
That's like probably what? One full-size run? One size run?
So typically, I mean, of course, other shops get more. In Boston, what is it? Orchard's in Boston, right?
Yeah, we have Orchard and Concepts.
Yeah, and Concepts. Concepts is definitely getting a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, Black Sheep's probably getting more. Premier's getting more. We're starting to see a little bit more, but not like crazy numbers. Like if we got 50, that would be like a glorious day. You know, like we're not getting thousands of pairs of shoes, you know? So like backdooring is not happening on the level that people think it's happening on.
Yeah.
But because also I talk to so many shops regularly, like it's a small world. We all communicate, like the SkateShop Day crew of shops.
Mm-hmm.
Basically the first round of however many shops, we're all homies anyway. It just happened, you know? It's like, so it doesn't happen on that level. But as far as shop employees, that has been one of the most heated arguments amongst employees, because if we were to sell to our employees, half the run would be gone, you know? So like don't. I'm like, if you want the shoe, you have to enter the raffle. And people think sometimes like Josh would hit, like, I think he got like 6 pairs of shoes over the course of 2 years, like over COVID, you know, and everyone's like, he's hitting on everything. I'm like, dude, he enters every raffle and only hit on 6 shoes. You know, like that, it's still good. He still did pretty well compared to most people.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are only coming in for that. Dude, I entered for the Ben and Jerry's and the Travis Scott and I didn't hit either one of them. It was like, yeah, you're only coming for the hot drops.
Yeah.
Of course you didn't hit. If you enter everything, you might hit on something. It might not be exactly what you wanted, but that's how our regulars hit, you know, because they're
go for everything.
For everything. They go for everything, you know, so it's like, but I'm pretty, dude, I'm like, hire new employee. I'm like, yo, if anyone's caught tampering with the raffle, you're fired. If you do this, you're fired. I'm a nice dude, and I'm very polite about it.
Yeah.
Nobody would think that I was being a tyrant about it, but I'm very clear about there not being any tampering with the raffles. Because, dude, like some of those guys, I mean, I want my friend Charlie to hit. We all want D-Beck to hit. We all want Jay Fresh. Like we love these dudes we see all the time, you know, it's like a lot of them are friends I skate with, or, you know, so like no one wants to like take that opportunity from someone.
Well, I saw a video that you posted, and now you mentioned that like dude, you must get hit up by all your friends, because it was this
Dude,
video in particular,
yeah,
the
it's
mummies,
slowing down.
and you were just like, I can't help my friends. I can't, like, dude, you must be like, yo, like your buddies like, hey, can you help me out?
I think that was the breaking point. I think that's the only video I made saying that, but that came up on Fomer Simpson's video. Like,
did it?
Like in the comments, like, I've watched that dude's video before and all he does is complain about people hitting him up. I was like, I did make one video about that. And it's not complaining. It's just like, dude, I have to stop answering. Yeah. And I feel this obligation to talk to people when they reach out to me. So then I have this guilt about not answering people. But then there's this psychological effect on someone when you keep going, no, 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 no. But it's like everyone from high school, everyone I skate with, every one of the employees, it's just like, dude, at some point it became like, it was giving me a lot of anxiety. It was yeah. But it slowed down. You know, I think everyone can kind of feel the wave kind of coming down a little bit, you know, it's not as crazy as it was when say like, I don't know, what was the last big
well, yeah, I was gonna say, what was like the craziest one you guys experienced in the shop where you just had a ton of raffles? Was it the Travises? Did you guys have the Travises?
Travis was insane. Yeah.
Was it?
That was otherworldly. Yeah.
Was it?
It was crazy. We had so many people, and then the Grateful Deads were also.
Yeah, because Screen Name just gave a $2 donation. Thank you, man. Ask, how does he feel about the Grateful Dead dunks?
Dude, I loved that story. We did wizards on t-shirts. I love wizards and dragons and shit. So like, I was really hyped on I can't stand the Grateful Dead, but I love that story.
Yeah.
I dated this girl one time back when iPods were cool, and we like merged our iPod, and it would like be playing in the shop, and then Grateful Dead would come on, and I'm like, every time it'd be like, what the fuck is this? And it was Grateful Dead every time. But they do have some really good songs, but dude, she had like deep tracks, like bootlegs, and
oh geez,
you know, so it's crazy. But yeah, I thought it was cool. But dude, local business owners were calling me, yeah, are you getting those? You know, it's like, man, like that's pretty crazy. I'm glad you're hearing about this, but it's just bringing this whole different world in. So like, it sucks when it's like your neighbor who also owns a business is like, hey, can I get a pair of those? And I'm like, can't do it because we just don't get enough.
Yeah.
But dude, Raekwon hit me up and asked me for shoes. And I'm like,
no way. No
I'll
way.
send you some t-shirts, but I can't. So I sent him some t-shirts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Actually, he honestly hit me up for t-shirts first, because we did those Magnus Walker shirts.
Oh, sick. Yeah.
And he wanted that one. And I think it was the Magnus Walker. It was either Magnus Walker or the no, it definitely was. It was Magnus Walker. And he wanted those, and then he talked to another shop, and that shop reached out to me and said, hey, Raekwon wants your shirt. He was like flipping through all these designs, and he was like, these are the ones I want. And it was all Bluetile shirts. So I was like, dang, that's sick. And so I reached out to him, and the next morning he hit me up and he's like, yo, text me. I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, so like, that's the level of like how strict I am. I'm like, man, I would love to, but we only got one of that size. Or, you know, if we have two, maybe I would do it. But sometimes we get like 2 size runs, or lately we've gotten a couple three pairs or something, you know. It's like, and dude, the community feels that too. Like when you have more W's, obviously everyone's happier. You know? Like you can feel that positive energy, and I make sure to reach out to my rep and tell him like, yo, thanks. You know, like, we're feeling it. Like everybody's happier. Like it works. So
yeah. Do you have a massive collection? Do you have like a massive?
I have a bigger collection, probably about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Honestly hit really hard times, and sold. I had ray guns and Dinosaur Juniors and Reese Forbes. I still have a skated in pair of Reese Forbes. What else did I basically, this is a weird one. I had like the veggies, the like anything that was canvas or synthetic materials I had, because I don't buy leather for myself most of the time, because I've been vegan most of my life as well, which you guys can just mute that part. So now, like, I do wear, like, I used to not even wear leather products. When like, if my rep gave it to me, I would just gift it to someone else. But now if somebody gives me, my reps give me some dunks or whatever, I wear them. So
it must be crazy though, because like, I mean, all those shoes probably sat, right? Or just like they weren't selling, and now they go for like a crazy amount of money.
Yeah, some of them. I posted a video of my I think the purple lobsters, and there was like, I can't even remember, but there was like heat just sitting on the table, and people were like checking out, getting their lobsters and just walking past it. But it's like stuff that would sell now.
Yeah.
It's one of my videos is called "Release the Lobsters" or something, and you can see everybody just walk by. All this shit that they would
now wouldn't happen.
$2,000 for or something now.
There you go.
It's crazy. So yeah, it's definitely a weird world. But I have like the Lost Blazers, because I loved that show. Was crazy. It's like a canvas blazer, and a lot of people don't even remember this. I have the Huff Blazers, the Dirtbag Crew Blazers.
Yeah.
And I have some Gnar Hunter Blazers. I have more Blazers, honestly. But my collection was, God, I fucking hate it. But I was like getting to a point where I was like, oh shit, I can't afford my mortgage. Sold 3 pairs. Like, even before, it was like before the big boom, so it was like 3 pairs of shoes for $750. That's my mortgage that month. It's like,
yeah.
But it was ray guns, and man, it's just, it's crazy. It's hard.
Yeah. Any favorites that have been releasing recently that you just like, that you've really liked?
Dude, I love the Polaroids. I was surprised that people pulled back on those a little bit. It was a soft hit. Like, even your video was talking about it.
I mean, it felt like kind of cooled off. Like, I don't know if it was people just maybe wasn't feeling the design, or
it just hyped me up. Everybody's hyped on the Barts, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, the Barts look kind of cool. I think because of the concept of it, but
I think we're just gonna try to just make everybody go crazy for that.
Yeah.
I'm like, they're like, you can't do there's no way you can do a first come, first serve. I'm like, I don't know what we're doing.
There you go.
I haven't
just look out.
But I don't know.
Post all that on your Instagram. Where do you, if people want to around the area, where do you post that information?
We post it all on Instagram. I also do it on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Sometimes first on my YouTube channel, to be honest. I'm trying to get better at that stuff, and like make reels and TikToks and all that crap to go along with it. But dude, that is a full-time job. I mean, it's hard. So
make sure you guys go subscribe. Let's put his link in the chat. Go subscribe. Let's get him to 10,000 subs.
Yeah, I'm like right there. I never focus on the channel, and I don't want to be that, like, people are like, oh, if you just focused on one thing. And I'm like, well, I inadvertently have just been making sneaker videos for a while, because that's all I've had time for. But dude, I'll go crawling through an old building or go skating somewhere.
It'd be cool to see a day in a life. Just like a day in
a
life.
Some of that stuff back in the day, like, because I think that I started making videos like 6-7 years ago or something.
Yeah.
But it's just hard to keep. It's hard to keep track of, and I've been having camera troubles.
Oh, geez.
Of course, it's like the first time I'm like, I'm actually gonna get a nice camera, and it keeps breaking.
I'm curious though. What's the most popular board right now? Because like when I grew up, man, I grew up in that Tony Hawk era.
Yeah.
I used to rock Shorties, Baker, Heavy. I was like, that was like the CKY video. Like, that was what got me into it.
Yeah. yeah, everybody should go watch the Baker video that came out yesterday. Tyson Peterson's in there. He's the homie. He grew up here.
Yeah.
And
I think one I saw was Piss Drunks back in the day.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I was like. I was young. I was like, what is this? And I was like, yeah, this is like a rebel type craziness.
Yeah, that Baker video that came out on 420 is pretty much on that level.
Yeah.
So yeah. Probably the best sellers, FA and hockey are fucking awesome. You know, because I think it's their ties to Supreme.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I kind of say that like Real is our given. Like Real is just like always our best seller. You know, Real skateboards, and it has been for the duration of the shop, I think.
Yeah.
But
any big time skateboarders come through all the time? Like, you know, like
I don't know. We did like a little collab with Mark Johnson, a little Adidas release when his shoe came out. When was that? Like 4 years ago. It's somewhere in the videos that I posted as well. But yeah, we get some pros through every now and then.
Yeah,
it's harder to get people through in the Southeast. But Mike Sinclair is from North Carolina, so he's always around the vicinity. You know.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna drive by me, dog? I give him more shit than he shows up for, but he's definitely brought the crew through a few times.
Sick.
But on the Tony Hawk front, you know, you were just talking about Birdhouse. Like Tony used to bring his team through pretty regularly. I think like 3 different times, and it was just like, hey, they just call and say, hey, can you show us around? So we just show the Birdhouse team around and take them to the spots. And I'm because of that, I've got this really cool story where we got busted. We got busted by the police skating with Tony Hawk. We're all sitting around the police cars, like pulling out like IDs. You know, it's like the cops are reading the IDs, and they're like, Tony Hawk, Willie Santos, like just like reading like everyone they've heard on Tony Hawk Pro Skater's name. You know, it's like, so like I've been busted by the police skating with Tony Hawk. That was pretty fun.
That's a sick story. That's sick. That's sick.
And that wasn't that long ago. And he fucking board slid a handrail on that trip. And I'm like, God damn it. It's probably been at least a decade since I've done a handrail. And he's still like, fuck it, I'm doing it. It was like this crazy double tube. We call it double tube, but it's like 2 handrails join, and you have to slide both of them.
That's sick. That's sick. Colin with the 2 asked David, any special future products with SB? So that's another thing I want to talk about.
Oh, man.
I mean, is it a possible? Would it like one? If Nike came knocking down and asked for a shoe, what would you do? Would you do a blazer? I know you're a blazer guy.
I do like blazers, but of course I would do a dunk. You know, I'd probably do a high, even though.
What would it look like? What color? Well, you know, like off the dome.
Dude, I have some. We pitched some stories, so I can't really. If I put it out in the world.
Here we go! Breaking news.
They do have some ideas from us, but I couldn't say what it was because then it would definitely never happen if it got out there. So
I think that'd be good. It has to, man. 21 years in what you do for the community.
You would think, but I've definitely pissed them off a good bit. I am sorry to everyone at Nike. I've been being good.
That would be sick, man. That would be sick.
I think we do really good things, and I think they think we do too. Like, but sometimes, like, for a while, it was like every reel I made or something would go viral. You know, we get hundreds of thousands of views, and like it was just too much attention, and they didn't like it.
Yeah. But it's like they're just making their rounds though, right? They probably hit the big skate shops, and maybe I don't know.
I don't know. It was there's more to the story than that. I can't get into, but it's just is a world is a different world. It's awesome. It's fun, and because of that, you know, I have some more opportunities at my fingertips, or the possibility of opportunities at my fingertips, just because, like, hey, you're too good at what you do. We need you to dial it back a little bit. And I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Here's my number. If you have ideas, let's talk about them on a broader
Well, I hope it happens, man. You're a cool dude. I hope it happens for your
3 or 4 pitches. They only have, well, they have 2 pitches, but one of them has been too long. I need to like reevaluate it, and I have some new ideas to change it up.
Yeah.
And repitch that. So I would love to, like, the working with, dude, Nike SB is the only brand that inspires you to do like bigger, cooler things. You know, it's like they're just like telling all these really cool stories that make you want to like invest in that story, you know, like,
yeah,
whether it's Ben and Jerry's or dude, if it weren't for COVID, Ben and Jerry's, we were gonna get a damn ice cream truck out to the store and just give everybody ice
no way,
have it like a big barbecue and have a big release, but it was COVID, so we couldn't do it. So we talked about, we couldn't work out the details, but we were going to do like we're like, well, we can't do it for that, so let's do for 420, we'll do munchies deliveries through GoPuff. But we couldn't get it together. We didn't know who to reach out to, and
yeah,
that would have been fun.
Heck Nasty.
Who else is going to inspire you to do that other than Nike SB, right?
Yeah. Heck Nasty with the 2. Ask him how limited the MLB dunks are going to be. I think he said what? I mean, you get like 1 or 2 size runs, right?
Dude, it's hard to say because that's a GR. So like even GRs are we get to order a percentage of our, you know, it can't be like we got 500 dunks and 2 blazers, you know, or something like that. You know, there has to be a balance, an equilibrium to what we're ordering. But I think there's 1 quick strike out of the MLB stuff, but there are more. Yeah, it has leaked that there are 4 MLB.
Yeah.
Shows. Yeah. So I think it's going to be pretty limited because during COVID, what they would do is they would give us an allocated number, and I'm just going to pick out an arbitrary number. Okay, like just say they're like, okay, this season you can get 40 dunks, and there's 4 that release. So I could go 40 all in on this one, and I'm just saying that because there's 4 MLBs, but they're not coming out at the same time. But say like there's 4 coming out, you can get 40. I could either go 40 in 1, 20 in 2, or 10 in each one. You know what I mean? So if I was like, oh, that's the banger, I'm going to get that.
Yeah, you can't.
But the thing with me is like, it doesn't matter if it's the banger because we're selling it for box price regardless. So I would rather have all 4 and just get 10 of them versus, you know.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean,
you know, so that was during COVID. So those shoes were ordered a year ago, at least a year ago. And that was during like COVID protocols where they capped how many, well, they always cap, but there was like a lower quantity of what we could order, which is why like the last 2 years, there's been less GRs than quick strikes, like quantity wise.
Interesting. Yeah. I mean, you mentioned in your video that they're like 3 months behind, right? So it's.
Yeah, I think that's just kind of estimating like 90 days.
Yeah. Cause I mean, where the heck the St. Patty's are, like, what the heck?
I'm thinking June.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had my eye on those. I'm from the Boston area, so I have, I have to. Like, those look sick.
Yeah, I think they are sick. We have a big St. Patty's Day festival here. There's like 50,000 people in front of the store, and they just, and it's like, it would have been nice if they came out and we could have done some kind of story around it.
Yeah.
But I knew they weren't, just like I knew the Fruity Pack wasn't landing in April.
And which ones do you like out of the Fruity Pack?
I hadn't really thought about it. Probably this is going to be the most, probably the high top, the pineapple. Yeah.
Most people don't like the highs for some reason. I don't know why.
No, I'm into the highs.
Man. I mean, I love the highs. I got the Drunkens and
you know what?
And the strawberries.
Part of the reason that I'm into the highs is because I don't like the fat tongue.
Really?
Skinny tongue. So everybody's gonna be mad at me. So the quarter snacks were sick. With the thin tongue, I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just fit your foot better, dude. The tongue, like the fat tongue makes them fit so weird, but
Cool. Well, I want to open up for hey, chat. If you guys have any questions, man, we have them on live right now. So I want to open it up to the floor too. If you guys have any questions for them, let us know. We want skate mids. No mids, huh?
dude, I used to rock the mids pretty hard. I used to have like I bought like 4 pairs of like red and white mids with gum bottoms.
Yeah.
And actually 2 of them, they were from different drops. So the first drop came with straps and the second drop didn't have straps.
Oh geez.
I kind of like the straps just to set them apart.
Yeah. Makes it a little
Even
bit
if
different.
I cut them off, I would probably cut them off.
Someone's asked, what do you think about Supreme?
Dude, I kind of love Supreme, and I know that's not a popular opinion among skateboarders, but the way I look at it as like, you know, I know that skateboarders started it. I know some of the skateboarders that started it. And it's just started as a skate shop, just like us, you know? So it's like, for me to get mad that they're $1 billion company now, I'm like, God damn, that is pretty amazing. And there had to be a genius at the helm to make any skate shop worth $1 billion.
Dude, insane.
So I back the hell out of it. Plus, you know, Jefferson Pang runs the one in Brooklyn, right? Who can't love Jefferson Pang? He's amazing. My friend Connor was working at the Manhattan store. My homie Val works at the one on Fairfax, you know, and it's like, so, and I know they take care of their employees better than I can, you know, so like who's going to be mad at that? I don't know. I mean, and they bring a lot to the community with Strobeck's videos and everything like that. Like, it is weird and it is crazy that it's like a hype beast thing, but I fucking back it. I got a stack of Supreme. Well, just because I got that Supreme Gundam, and Val stuck like this many Supreme stickers in it for me. I got a stack of stickers. I back Supreme, dude. I know it's a lot of shops hate on it, or a lot of skaters hate on it, but
well, I mean, this morning we were copping mac and cheese. Yeah. Like Supreme mac and like it's just random fun. I mean, I have a fridge, I have the freaking board. Like, I love it. I think it's fun. I think it's different. It's unique.
I back it too. It's just, I think it's sick. That anybody coming out of skateboarding could do that. I mean, there's no company. There's not another brand. No. There isn't a brand in skateboarding that started in skateboarding that is $1 billion company.
Unbelievable.
Because Nike SB didn't start in skateboarding, you know, like they came into skateboarding. But like if you were talking about Emerica or Lakai or fucking Real, or I mean, I can't imagine NHS as $1 billion company. They might be. Yeah. NHS would be the one. Santa Cruz and Independent and all that stuff, if anyone is.
There you go. Well, Colin with a 2. So a future SB Bluetile release is possible. LOL.
It would be a dream come true, but and you know, I talked to my reps and I talked to my friends there. 2 of the designers, or I guess previous designers at this point, follow my Instagram and follow what we do and are hyped on it and message me and all this sort of stuff. So like, I feel like it's a possibility.
Yeah, I'm hoping, man. You seem like a nice guy, and I like what you do for the community. It's pretty dope.
Thank you, dude. I'm hyped on it.
Thoughts on Nike going to direct consumer on quick strikes? Is the orange label an equal trade-off in your opinion?
Oh man, direct to consumer is a motherfucker. It is very frustrating that as a business in 2022, we can't sell online as an SB dealer. So to think that this is across the board, every brand we carry is our biggest competitor. So that's a pretty loaded question. Like, direct consumer sucks because there's no way we can compete with Nike on their ability to deliver product. You know, just logistically, there's no way. But they do take care of us as far as like, you know, my rep's been taking pretty good care of us. Like I said, like since COVID's kind of releasing and we're kind of out of that weird flux of strange orders, we have been seeing more product, you know, so I kind of feel like we're able to ride the coattails a little bit, but it is a scary world where we might be pushed out of selling at all, you know, like every brand.
Yeah.
Retail could be, brick and mortar could be in a very difficult place because of direct to consumer sales, just across the board, not even Nike SB. I think Orange Label isn't a trade. It isn't comparable at all. You know, Orange Label is really cool, and it's even more limited than Quick Strikes because it's very few shops get it. Like, I'm the only account in South Carolina that gets Orange Label.
Sheesh.
I don't think there may be one, probably Stratosphere in Georgia, Black Sheep in North Carolina. That's probably it. Like as far as my neighboring states, you know.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other. Vertical might be there. There could or Endless Grind might be. I mean, I can't remember, dude. But there's not a lot of Orange Label dealers, so that is really cool. That is like an elevated.
Yeah,
dude. The materials on Orange Label stuff. I don't know if everybody's SB materials are already elevated, and then the Orange Label materials just feel so crazy. So they're so nice. So that's kind of cool.
Cool. RoboCop just says the Bluetile Magic Mushroom shirt was super dope.
Yeah. Right, dude. Don Taylor kills it. We released some Don Taylor stuff this week. We had that Hawaii shirt that came out, the Aloha shirt last year, and that was our best selling shirt ever.
Do you do shirts for the drops? So it's like you have something to wear and rock. I saw the 420 shirt. The 420 shirt was pretty dope.
Yeah, so we have, and we did for a while really well. Like I think we were also one of the first shops kind of on that train because we just print here. So like, oh, there's something coming out, and we come out with an idea, and we could print it in 3 days and have it ready.
Yeah.
But there is some pushback on that. As far as like being able to sell, man, it's so convoluted. It's difficult to understand, and I'm always worried about how much I should say. But I'll just say, like, we're not supposed to do release shirts anymore, just because it's like, the wavy.
Someone mentioned that one and asked your opinion on that one. Yeah, the wavy stuff.
I think it's kind of crazy, and I like the story of how it's like shaking shit up. But the reason I was going to use that as an example is, Vans is suing over the wavies. And it's like, I get it, because without the old school, the wavy isn't a story at all. It's not an original idea.
Yeah.
Taking someone's idea and turning it into something, which is still pretty cool, but without Vans, that story doesn't exist. It doesn't stand on its own. So it's like they're appropriating Vans. And so it's like, I get where the lawsuit's coming from, only because I've had this conversation 50 times in the last year. Okay, yeah, I understand. So we're trying to lean away from release specific tees and just kind of do more of our own thing and kind of
now they can get the shirts on your website.
BlueTileSC.com. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. If anybody's interested, you can check out any shirts he's got available. You can check it out on the website.
Yeah, we did some cool tie dyes this time. We did this one called Blunts, which is like a play on Runts candy. It's like the stoned fruity candy doing blunt to fakie on a quarter pipe. It's so stupid. The other caveat and mystery to that is I've never smoked weed ever. But I'm not opposed to it either. It's just like, so we're just having fun with it. Chris Cryer, who works here, Poolside Cryer, he designed 2 shirts too, which was like a VHS tape, pulling all his tape out, and it's like "Be Kind, Unwind." He's just like, and then the Bluetile Garden Club, which there's a little surprise in the Bluetile Garden Club that I can't tell you guys, but it's It's more than you expect.
Uh-oh. There you go. Guy Fellow with the 5. Thoughts on ES? I love what STI has done to bring back the brand.
Dude, Don Brown is a good friend of mine. I talk to him pretty regularly. He's the brand manager for S. I love S, but I love what S is doing. They're modern shoes. They're cool, like new, modern. Their take on technology and skate shoes. I love that. But that's not what's selling. What's selling is the shoe I bought when I was 13, you know, like, and rocked at the food court at the mall. Like that, you know, the puffy SXL OG. That's what's selling. That's fine. I get it. It's kind of like their dunk, but I love the newer stuff they're doing. But when I try to carry it, it doesn't sell. And I'm bummed on that. I'm supposed to talk to Don about some of that stuff and like what I think they could do to make that work better in shops. So I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking too much on that because I think S is rad. I think Soltech in general is a rad company.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sell as well as, you know, Nike, Adidas, Vans, New Balance.
Times have changed. I remember when I was super like skateboarding all the time, I was rocking Circas, Osiris's, all those. Like that was the shoe to be in. That had the stash pocket and everything.
So what people forget is that all those brands used to be exclusive to skate shops. And so they blame Nike for the decline of those. But really the decline of that was when all those brands pulled out and went to PacSun and Zoomies and Journeys and all the other crappy mall stores, then we couldn't sell. It's a niche. It's a niche. What is it? It's a fucking tiny little sliver of what footwear people are wearing on the planet. And then they spread it across the whole state.
Would you say that's your biggest competitor is those ones, the shops in the mall?
Just for those brands, just because skate brands are so small and they tried to sell it to everyone and it wasn't enough. It's not a big enough it's not a big enough pie. So when you're only getting a little sliver of the pie, it's not enough to warrant you stocking the brand anymore.
Yeah.
You know, because you can't support the numbers. You know?
Interesting. We'll take a couple questions. We're going for about 45 minutes to an hour. I don't want to hold him up. I'm sure he's a busy man. He probably had a tired day.
Fine, dude. I've been here since 8:45 already. Might as well keep going. No.
If you guys got any questions, anything like that, man, ask them. I would mail order CCS growing up. Dude, who didn't get the CCS catalog and go through it?
I did, but also I was hyped. This is also a testament to the longevity of Stratosphere in Atlanta. We would drive to Stratosphere when I was a teenager to buy boards. That's how long Thomas has been there. And he's still there, and he's still the shop to go to in Atlanta. So I think that's pretty sick. But yeah, I would mail order because I had to. But if it's like we're going to go skate Atlanta and we're going to go to Stratosphere and get boards, sometimes we'd make a trip to go skate Atlanta just to go to Stratosphere and buy boards. So I think that's important. And he built something, you know, like he was always grumpy as hell and I was scared of him and I didn't want to go in there. But he still built something that, you know, that is still here 30 something years later, whatever they've been around. And Grant Taylor came out of that too. And nobody can be mad about Grant Taylor. He's like one of the best skaters of all time.
Yeah. One person in the chat wants to have your thoughts on Todd Burchard. Wants to, where's that question? Todd Bratchard, the most underrated artist in the shoe industry. Is he better than Virgil? There you go. We can put the board out. Is it signed?
It's signed.
Jeez.
Yes. Dude, I've also got a huge print of his on the wall at home.
No way.
Yeah. Is he the... I don't know if he's underrated. I think he gets a lot of credit. I think Todd Bratchard gets the credit he deserves. Dude, the off-white stuff is just it's just a bigger market than skateboarding. That's why it seems bigger than it is, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Hannah's saying, have yet to get an SB Dunk Low yet. North Carolina sucks.
Dude, North Carolina's got some some heavy hitting shops, some good shops. Black Sheep starts at Push in Asheville. Those are my.
You know all the owners, right? I mean, they all like when you guys all get together and talk.
Yeah.
Because I bet it's just what kind of like a small community, and you got for you guys.
It pretty much is, man. When it's like the cool shop, you know, or whatever you want to call it. Dude, if you show your ass at a shop and you're in the SB community, if you go to the next shop, we know you showed your ass at this shop. So be nice to everybody. You know, people get mad, and dude, it's out of our hands too. Like nobody's trying to hurt anybody's feelings. Like this.
Oh man. That's funny. Someone says Sean Cliver has the history and the entire art book to prove it.
Yeah, I've got that right here too. Oh, where is it? Woo!
That's
sick. Dude. I actually saw the the disposable art show at the Contemporary Arts Museum in Cincinnati, Ohio, when it was up. And people don't know this. The dude that owns Strangelove with Cliver is Nick Halkias, and he worked for Nike until recently. Now he works for a toy company. I can't remember which one. It's like a cool toy company. Anyway, a lot of the boards in the disposable art show were his. He has a huge, or I think he's been selling off his collection, but the hugest 90s era skate collection of anyone in the country. Thousands and thousands of dollars of boards. It's crazy. So,
I know I see all the boards back there too. It's like you guys, that's sick, man. Someone's like, show some heat. He check out his channel. We'll put the link in the chat. He does everything. He shows all the videos. Oh, he says he has a 7-day window.
Yeah, I can't show the. God, I'm like looking at it right.
I see the rainbow box
here. You know.
Oh no!
I don't know if I can do it. I might just get, because you know what? Somebody from Nike's watching this, and I
don't want you. I don't want to get you in trouble, man. Hey.
But you guys have seen it. It's the KCDC Dunk High.
Someone was just asking about it. Someone was just asking about it.
KCDC opened the same year we did. That shop is sick. I just saw, I don't know her very well, but I was just at an event in Los Angeles, and the lady that owns it.
And what's that scheduled for?
The 29th, I believe.
Okay.
April 29th. Yeah.
That's sick.
So
that's sick, man. Well, I'm sure you'll have a video when you can on your channel, right?
Yeah, it'll go up on the 22nd. What is the date?
There you go, man.
God, it's so close, right?
So close. One day. We should have just scheduled it tomorrow.
It's the 21st. I could show it on your channel, right?
Yeah.
Here, let's just do it. Fuck it. It's one day early, and this is, oh shit, my battery's about to die too here.
Well, we'll end it soon. We'll give a taste here. We'll end with a bang.
So I haven't even looked at these yet, but
there you go.
Weird too, backwards, but this is cool too. That got the little KCDC branding.
Is that leather on the inside too?
It is. Good eye, dude. And it's randomly got a thin leather tongue.
Nice.
Like those thin tongues, baby.
There you go.
Yeah, but I wish you could feel this material. The lighting is pretty terrible through this computer camera, but what do you guys think of the flat lace?
Chat, what do you think? What do you think, chat?
It's kind of like almost a waxed feely flat lace.
I think those are pretty dope.
Here's a detail that you might not notice. The check is double layered, so it's like a leather on top of suede.
Nice. Everyone's saying sick, fire. Everyone's putting fire emojis in here.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So
I think the pink and black, man, just sick.
That's pretty cool. KCDC 2001. Boom.
Boom.
Great shop. Good people. Yeah. So that's it.
Awesome.
I broke the rules, but not really. I mean, I really think like tomorrow I'm gonna post a video about that anyway. So
yeah. Well, dude, I appreciate, man. Thanks, David, for coming on, man. I know you're super busy, and I appreciate you taking time and being able to chat with us in the community about skate shops and how this thing even operates, man. And for you to be in business for 21 years, man, congrats. That's huge.
Thank you, thank you.
And I wish
How long's your channel been around?
4 years.
4 years. That's pretty sick, dude. Like I just discovered it maybe like I don't know, 8, 9 months ago, 10 months ago.
I came across your channel. I was like, nobody had the Magnus Walker. Like, I was like, what the heck, the Magnus Walker? And then I saw yours, and I was like, who is this guy? Like, how does he? I kept digging through the archive. I'm like, dude, oh, he has a skate shop and everything. I was like, I watched all of them.
The craziest thing about that release is that Pele and Magnus Walker hit me up afterwards to congratulate. Like, you guys did such a great job with that release, and and we love the stuff you did. And
dude, those are so limited. Those
dude, that's awesome. I loved that shoe with the fucking deconstruct everything. Like, I know people they hate the deconstruct. I think skaters are more into the deconstruct. Maybe I'm speaking to my friends, but yeah, I was hyped. So we sent Pele and Magnus Walker the shirts we made for it and everything. And he posted it on his story and on his Instagram and stuff.
That's sick.
I'm like, man, that's fucking cool. That's like really like when the community comes full circle like that, and the people that help design the shoe and help envision the shoe, and it comes full circle and you work together, and it's like, and they're hyped, it's like, oh yes, everybody's hyped on everything. And if I ever have a shoe, fuck, I would be so hyped to see what my peers would generate off of that. That inspiration, like I think that would be so sick to see, like, I don't know, like what DJ at Kingswell would do in Los Angeles or in LA. Like,
just to see him do,
what's he gonna do?
Like flips and skate, like see him skate on your freaking shoe. That must be nuts.
See him do that. Like, what kind of, would they design a shirt? How are they gonna market it? Like, I don't give a fuck if you use my idea to come up with something for yourself. Like, that's fucking cool. That's organic. It feels good to me. So,
oh yeah,
if that ever happens, I would like it to be like centered around the skate shop, not my skate shop, the skate shop. Like everybody. I would love everyone to just like get as fucking creative as possible. One of the ideas I have is centered around that. So
that's sick, man. Dude, I hope we'll put that out there, man. Manifest that shit.
I hope so.
Again, though, David, thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it, bro. If you guys
appreciate it.
Chat, go sub up to his channel, man.
Please, that would be awesome. It'd definitely encourage me to work a little harder at it, I think, like, because it is, I only do it because it's fun, but I do it when I get the opportunity to. But the more, when I'm reading the comments and people are super hyped, I get fired up, so like the more positive feedback there is, the more will come of it,
Yeah, what I love about, just get your perspective. You've been in the business for you've been a skater your whole life. It's not, who are you gonna go? You're gonna go to some kid that just got a early pair and go like this, oh, look at this. Then to go to someone that knows it, truly knows the history behind everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I think you bring to at least this platform and everything like that. So that's why I wanted to have you on, man.
Thank you, dude. I'm hyped. I want to give one shout out before I'm gone.
Yeah.
My homie Jamie that I grew up with here in South Carolina, he used to be the editor for Transworld. He was the editor for Skateboarder magazine, and he was the editor for Transworld magazine. But now he's starting his own magazine, and it's called Closer. And it's gonna have this it's gonna be like a really nice, like higher end format magazine, print publication, which kind of goes back into the history of skateboarding and touches on the legends and just the archives of shit you should know if you're a skateboarder. And then it also has new people telling new stories and new skateboarders and all this sort of stuff. And I am so hyped that he's starting his own magazine. I just wanted to tell you guys, we actually print his his merchandise here, Closer hoodies and t-shirts and stuff. So if you went to the Closer skateboarding website and ordered a hoodie, it would come from Bluetile. So
there you go,
dude. I would just be hyped. And if you tell him, if you order something and you tell him, it would just make his fucking day. So,
well, that's sick, man. Again, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
And thanks for everything, man. Chat, everybody, we're gonna wrap up the show. Appreciate it for tuning in, man. Again, go sub to his channel. David, thanks for being on, and I'll catch you later, man.
Thank you, guys. Peace.
See you guys.